Hello friends, this video on sentence part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now that we got an idea about what are sentences, let's talk about the various kinds of sentences. Now there are 4 kinds of sentences: assertive, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. So let us start with assertive sentence. So a sentence that makes a statement is called assertive sentence. Okay, so these are like the simple ones, like where you are not asking a question or you are not showing some kind of excitement. It is just a simple plain statement. So when you make a statement or when you declare something, like it's a plain statement without any emotion attached, without any questions being asked, without any commands or orders being given to someone. So it's like a plain statement. You are just saying something. So when you just say something, that is always assertive sentence. Now, since these kind of sentences are more about declaring something, so they are also called declarative sentence. So assertive sentences are also called declarative sentence. So let us quickly look at some examples, like the sun rises in the east. So here you are not asking anything, you are not ordering something to anyone, you are not showing some kind of excitement. It is just a simple statement. You're just making a statement that the sun rises in the east. You're saying something simply. So this is an example of assertive sentence. Let's look at one more example. We cannot ask him to leave. So here again, if you see, it is just a statement or it is just a declaration. When you declare something, when you say something, so this falls under that category. So this is also an example of assertive sentence. Let's look at one more example. She is a brave girl. So this is again, I'm declaring that, okay, she is a brave girl. So I'm declaring something. I'm not asking someone, or I'm not, kind of amazed or excited that to know that she's a brave girl. It is just a statement that I'm making that she's a brave girl. So this is also an example of assertive or declarative sentence. Stone walls do not make a prison. So here, this is again a declaration, a statement, something which is maybe known to everyone, or even if not known, it is just a piece of information which is given by me. So it is a statement. So this is an assertive sentence. Let's now talk about the second kind of sentences, that is interrogative sentences. So what are interrogative sentences? A sentence that asks a question is interrogative sentence. So whenever you are asking anything, and that question could be any question under this earth. So any question falls under interrogative sentence. Now when you talk about interrogative sentences or whenever you ask a question, your sentence should always end with a question mark. So this is what we call as the question mark. So only if your sentence ends with a question mark, it is like a complete interrogative sentence. So having a question mark at the end is a must for interrogative sentence. So here are some of the examples, like what's your name? How do you wake up early in the morning? Where do you stay? Why did you do this? When do you plan to reach the airport? Are you coming home? So you see, whenever you have question mark at the end, the way we read out the sentence is also quite different than how we read out a statement. For example, when I have to ask a question, I would ask someone like this: where do you stay? But when I have to answer to the question, I would say, I stay in Bangalore. I would not say, I stay in Bangalore, because I'm not asking that, right? So when you ask a question, the tone you ask also changes, and you always have a question mark at the end. And all the questions, they fall under the category of interrogative sentence. But again, these questions should also have a complete sense. Only then they are sentences, right? So so interrogative sentences are pretty simple and straightforward. Now let's move on to the third category, which is imperative sentence. So a sentence that expresses command is called imperative sentence. Now what do we mean by command? Well, not only command, it could be commands or requests or orders. So it is basically like when you ask somebody else to do something. So you are basically giving an order, or you are basically giving a command, or you can even request that person. For example, please get me a glass of water. So that's a request, but still you are asking someone else to do something. as per your wish. So you're basically giving an order, but in a polite way. So all these type of sentences, they fall under the category of imperative sentence. Let's look at some example. Send an email. So you are asking someone else to do something. So you are basically giving an order. So this is an imperative sentence. Similarly, if you say close the door, so again, you're giving an order to somebody else to close the door. You are not doing it yourself, or you are not giving it as a statement. This is not a statement. Close the door means you are actually giving an order to somebody else to do this. So to do the action, you're asking somebody else. So that's imperative. Let's look at the next example. Get me a glass of water. So now there are many different ways of saying the same thing. You can say, please get me a glass of water. But all of these would fall under the category of imperative sentence, because you're not making a statement. You're not making a declaration, right? You are asking someone else to do an action for you. So this is again imperative. And now the fourth kind of sentence, that is exclamatory sentence. Now looking at the pictures on the screen itself, you can guess what could be exclamatory sentences. So now in these sentences, we express a lot of excitement and emotion. So you see the stickman dancing, wow. So like it's like a lot of excitement, lot of emotions. Now these emotions could be emotions of like emotions for good as well as for bad. Now exclamatory sentences not only include those sentences which show excitement, but also those sentences which include emotions in terms of either happiness or sadness. So a sentence that expresses a strong feeling is called exclamatory sentence. Now, this strong feeling could be anything. It could be excitement, it could be emotion, both good or bad. So that's exclamatory. Now, let me take a few examples. For example, what a wonderful day. So here, it shows that this is not just a declaration. Like now, in case you want to write the same sentence in the form of an assertive sentence, you would have written it like this: it is a wonderful day today, or today is a wonderful day. So in that case, you are just declaring the fact that it is a wonderful day. But when you say what a wonderful day, that shows that you are kind of amazed to see this wonderful day. Right? So this kind of expresses your feelings. Now again, in case of exclamatory sentences, it is very important that it should end with this symbol, and this is called the exclamation mark. Like how you have question mark for the interrogative sentences, similarly you have exclamation mark for exclamatory sentences. So let's look at a few more examples. Yay, we did it. So it's like this yay shows the kind of excitement or the happiness that you feel because you have done it. So yay, we did it. So that's an example of exclamatory sentence. Hooray, we won the match. So if you would have just told we won the match, so in that case you are basically declaring that we have won the match. But here when you write hooray, it shows your level of excitement, that you are very much excited, you're very much happy that you won the match. Now again, as I said, the emotions could be both for good or bad. Now if you have to say, alas, he is no more. So now this is something which is making you feel sad. And the term alas is expressing that emotion, that sad emotion of yours. So all the exclamatory sentences, they basically give more focus to how you feel. Feelings, emotions, they are all handled by the exclamatory sentences. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.